Hello friend, my name is Doom Babe and welcome to another episode of Don't Take It Personally Babe, it just is not your story. We last left off with me not really being all too excited over the story and where it's going, and it sort of is being, it's trying to be a high school, Degrassi sort of episode, but then it turns into ghosty shit, and I wanted to see how the story would go if I played it completely differently, and that's what I decided to do. I went back, I played it all different, I chose all different options. The developer had to have been on drugs for a couple things just because the main character thinks about his dick a lot. I mean, a lot. Especially with a 15, 16-year-old girl. Anyways, yeah, it gets kind of weird in some parts, but let's get started on chapter 6. Hey, sir? Hi, what's up? Well, it's about the big creative assignment. It's due next week, right? Yes. And I can't say I'm really encouraged by that. Has he even started? Well, we had a pretty good idea for it, and we were wondering if we could do a presentation together. Yeah, for reals, it would be great. Normally I would say no, absolutely under no circumstances. It is a huge end-of-term project worth 30% of their grade. It's not really some small group assignment or anything, but they seem into it, really into it. I don't know. What's the idea? It would be a dramatic presentation about, metafiction. Good chance to explore the themes of the course, apply them to a modern context. That sort of thing. It'd be totes rad, sir. I mean, we could just do essays, but we figured you'd want us to do something interesting instead. Yeah, you'd be a real bro if we could, sir. It sounds like they actually care. Given that this is the first time I've ever seen that sort of reaction from either of them about anything school-related, how can I say no? This is my chance, probably my only chance, to actually get them to engage with the class. I guess I'll just have to fudge the rules. I guess I'll allow it this once. You're a bro, sir. Totes legit. What? Totes legit? I hate these two. I hate talking for these two. They say stupid things. We go over the details for another couple minutes and they go on their way. I guess it could be worse. As far as concerns go, I have bigger ones anyways. I spend the whole prep hour crippled with indecision over how I'm going to handle the upcoming exam review. I start writing notes, but I throw them away every time. In the end, I come up with nothing. I do not have a clue how I'm going to get them through this. I have control over what is on the exam, but I won't be responsible for marking them, so, well, if they all do terribly. Still though, on some bizarre, perverse level, I'm actually glad to be worrying about this. Thrilled even. It's nice to finally be actually worried about my students academically and not their personal drama. Isn't that how it's supposed to go? When I get home, I say I'm going to get a comprehensive exam review finished for tomorrow. I really need to, but first I need to mark all the homework from today. Why did I think that was a smart idea, again, to give homework today when I should be worrying about their exams now? And what's more, they just leave me feeling even more worried. This is some of the shittiest, sloppiest work I've ever seen in my life. Just absolutely terrible all around. Despite being specifically told not to, they're all bullshit 5-paragraph essays. Every single one. At least one student managed to fit theirs onto a single page. It's unbelievable. I mean, there's bad, and then there's bad. Despite being given easy topics, not a single one manages to actually stay on point for more than a paragraph. And most depressingly, even Charlotte's is awful. Not as awful as the rest, but it isn't the most coherent argument imaginable. She wasn't even trying. I realize why, of course. She's been distracted, and maybe I encouraged that a little. But I can't give this a good mark in good faith. It's awful, and she's still the best in the class. By the time I am done with all the marking, I feel like completely giving up. What's the point? I'm exhausted from desperately trying to find some way to justify raising their marks just a little. I can't exactly let them all fail. I'll worry about exam review later, I guess. There's no point in trying now. I'm just too tired. I spend the rest of the evening just lying in bed. I deserve a bit of a break, I suppose. Even if rationally I should be freaking out. It's just the two of them at lunch again. So, I guess the essays didn't really go very well, Mr. Rook. Can I at least explain why? No. I know exactly why they didn't go well, and I really do not want to hear her try to explain. Especially not after what they were doing last night. No. Do you really want to talk about this? When you put it that way, not really, no. Just do a better job when you're studying for your exam, okay? Your marks are really going to flag if you do not put the effort into them. Right, of course, I'm sorry. I'll try harder next time. What, not going to bitch me out for my marks, sir? Would you actually listen? Nope. Well, there you go then. I'm not trying to be hostile, it's just arguing with you is not something that smart people do, and I get that. They're your marks to worry about, and as much as you should, it's not as if I can force you to care. Ah, lol. That's legit. Good call, sir. I'm about to try to change the subject to anything but that when we're interrupted by someone I haven't seen much of in the past few days. Speaking of hostile, do you mind if I come in for a few minutes? She looks humble somehow, if that's even possible to say about Taylor. Yes? Thanks. No, as in yes, I mind, sis. Charlotte gives a stern look, as she usually does when Kendall says something mean. I do too. Oh, well, ouch. But even if she deserves it, I probably shouldn't let Kendall rip into her too much, or Charlotte for that matter, as bizarre as the idea of it is. Oh, come on. I came back here because... Look, I just got back from talking to Akira and Nolan. I wanted to apologize for being a bitch to you two, too. I sigh. For fuck's sake. At least she's admitted to it straight up, but that doesn't mean I trust her. You were just talking to Akira and Nolan? Yeah? Where are they? They're on the roof together. I didn't say anything mean, I promise. I just wanted to let them know that I was sorry. It's fine. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. I get up to leave. Guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. Please just be calm and do not kill her, okay? If there's a problem, I will take care of it. That's a big request. No promises, sir. Kendall. Fine, sir. I won't kill her. Good. Sure enough, she's not lying about that at least. Both of the boys are on the far end of the roof. It's a good place, too. The view is nice up from here, it's pleasantly mild out, and it's surprisingly quiet. What the fuck? Oh, that's something I don't get. Like, the art for like the faces down here, they're good. And for the stills, you know, they're good, but then when it comes to this, that was another thing, and I'll link it in the bottom, the playthrough where I go through, like, all the opposite stuff. There's some, like, art of people just, I guess, just, like, different scenes and how they're trying to act out the scenes, but oh my god, the art here, like, the facial anatomy is so bad, and it looks, like, I feel bad for laughing, because I'm not the best at art, but I mean, their facial expressions are kind of dumb. Incinerate? Yeah, it destroys items in your inventory if you get hit with it. Everything? If you're not careful, they're easy to deal with. You just flank like this. Wow! Awesome! Well, you know, not really. Well, they seem to be okay anyway. It looks like Taylor hasn't left a wake of emotional devastation in her wake this time. A wake of emotional devastation in her wake. It seems like as the game progresses, I find more problems. Oh, sup, sir? Akira waves and Nolan, I assume, pauses his game to look up. Hi, sir. Hey guys, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt or anything. I just heard that Taylor came by to talk to you two. Apologize is what she said, but the last time she said that, well, I just wanted to be sure everything was alright. No, everything's cool. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's good. If there's ever a problem with her again, well, you already know. You can tell me. I think she's actually trying this time. Trying, at least. Not very well. Well, I don't want to be too mean. Oh my god, it's Taylor, bro. You can be mean. Yeah. It's just really pathetic, you know? Ugh, for reals, I'm still raging so hard at that B-girl. No, I mean, it's in a pitiful sort of way. I feel bad for making fun of her. She really just is that retarded about other people's feelings. Whatevs. Fuck her. I'm sick of talking about her. So, everything's fine then? Yes, I mean, so long as she continues to stay away from my BF. She's pathetic, but I'm not stupid. Yeah. I'll let you get back to it then. Thank you for asking though, sir. Yeah, thanks. I don't really need you to protect him for me though. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone then. I realize as I walk away why Nolan sounded so annoyed. That must have been kind of emasculating, wasn't it? I probably wouldn't feel very manly if not only did I have a boyfriend who needed protecting, but apparently felt like I couldn't even do that. Shit. I briefly considered going back up to apologize, but what the fuck do you even say about that? Sorry, I think you're actually very manly. It's okay. Everyone sometimes gets reduced to tears by a teenage girl. I guess not, huh? The best thing, I suppose, is to just stop now. Hey, sir. Hi, weren't you still eating lunch with Charlotte? Yeah, well, Taylor's still in there. Kinda hard to eat when you're overwhelmed by nausea. That's a little harsh. So's the smell of bitch in the room. Extremely harsh, in fact. Okay, really, there's no need to be that way. You're going to have to put up with her for the rest of the year, so don't be like that. What I'm trying to say is, Kendall, don't be Kendall about it. Okay, whatevs, bro. Hey, actually, there was something I was wondering. You said you would handle tickets for that midwinter dance, right? Yeah? Wait, really? You? What? Is there a problem with that? No, of course not. I'm just surprised. You don't seem like the dancing sort. No, not really, but I think Charlotte would like it, and... well, you know, since we got back together, we haven't really done much. I kind of want to do something special with her, sir, and, like, well, I think she'd like it is all. She doesn't think I can be girly or romantic or whatevs. I think it'd impress her if I proved her wrong. Is that weird? No, it's not weird at all. Of course, that makes perfect sense. You're probably right. You said $80, right? So, can you hook a sister up? Sure, just bring in the money and I'll get you 2 tickets, right? She just reaches into her jacket and pulls out a pair of hundreds. Well, shit, I guess she came prepared. Here. Okay, great. I'll get you change and the tickets. I'll do it during prep and you can come by after school to pick them up. Yeah, of course. I'll see you in your office? Yes, that works for me. Okay, thank you, bro. I'll see you then. You're welcome. Later. That was surprising. That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go anyway. I picked up a pair of tickets from the office just like she asked. It still seems really surprising to me, though. I can't imagine that at all. Sup, sir? Hey, I got you the tickets and your change. She takes the pair of tickets from me, but not the money. Actually, there's something else I wanted to ask you, sir. It's kind of a weird request, though. Of course. Why don't you have a seat? She sits down and I fidget with the refused money, somewhat awkwardly. What could this possibly be about? More drama? Great. Just when I was thinking that I could finally just focus on worrying on academics too. So, what's the problem? Oh, no problem, sir. I was thinking, the dance runs late, right? I kind of wanted to make it a whole evening thing. Big fancy date and all. That makes sense. I kind of have the house to myself all that week, parents off on vacation, so, like, it would be rad if I invited her over afterward, so... Okay, that part I understood. Don't explain, please, I got the picture. I try not to facepalm or wince, meaning that far more literally than I had ever intended. All the more power to her, but really, I don't want to picture Kendall taking Charlotte home. I don't think I can exactly help you with that, though. Actually, you totes can, sir. I kind of doubt that. Hell, what is she going to ask? I honestly can't even imagine at this point. What could she possibly be talking about? I want it to be proper and romantic. I've got the whole thing worked out, except... Well, could I get you to buy drinks for me, sir? I'm only 17 and I really don't want to pay for fake IDs just for this one thing. Hell no! No! Why does everyone in this game want me to lose my job? I'm sorry, I don't think that would be professional of me to do so. Well... I know you'll go get it anyway, I'm not stupid, but I'm sorry, I really can't go buy an underage student alcohol for your romantic evening. You understand, right? I hand her back the money. Yeah, whatever, sir. Of course I understand. Forget I ever asked. Done. Well, I should get going then. Thank you for the tickets, though. Sorry I couldn't help more. It's cool. Well, that was still probably actually the least awkward private conversation I've ever had with a student. Which is kind of embarrassing on my part, really. There are two very conspicuous absences. The class is really quiet without Charlotte around to volunteer answers. Just 5 minutes before the lunch bell is about to ring... They both come in at the same time. The whole class starts to chatter all at once. Hey, sir, sorry we're late. Really sorry. I stare at her. Why did she even bother coming in? There's 5 minutes left in the period. Sorry, it was, we really didn't get much sleep. Charlotte giggles and jabs Kendall sharply in the arm. Shut up, Kendall. Sorry, it was, a late night. You know how it is, sir. Unfortunately, I do. Please go sit down and stop talking. They're both still giggling with each other as they go to take their seats. I try to get back on topic, but it is completely pointless. Just as I'm about to tell everyone to quiet down, the lunch bell rings. Of course, everyone scrambles to leave. Well, some take their time. Oh my god! Okay, let's not make a big deal of anything. Whatevs, bro, come on. You both came in together. Oh my god, come on, how was the evening? Well, I'm glad I'm the only person in this room who's incredibly uncomfortable. It was... rad? Lovely. Oh, you definitely look tired. Well, it was a long night. We both went back to my house and danced. Danced until 5 in the morning. She's a sweetheart and a romantic, Come on, sis, don't tell them that. It's true, it's a true story. You're embarrassing me. Hey, Nolan, how come you never take me dancing? You never asked? Akira grabs Nolan's hands dramatically, which I noticed despite trying not to watch. Nolan, my love, my Anata-kun, my bro of bros, take me dancing. Totes legit. I would love nothing more than to dance with you. Man, Akira, you are the neediest boyfriend ever. Come on, dance with me right now. Let's do this. Lol, I don't think you can refuse him, Nolan. Charlotte just giggles. Take me now. Akira starts to drag Nolan off to the front of the room with playful protests. Wait, did you mean the euphemism or like actually dancing? Oh, Nolan, if you really want to be my man. That's it. I take a deep breath. Stop talking about dancing! End of chapter 6.A. Okay, so this is like one really long chapter. That's kind of dumb. After what feels like not nearly long enough, the final day of school before exams approaches. I have one last review lesson for the class prepared for tomorrow morning. Then, after that, it's all up to them. I'm tweaking my notes, really stressing out despite the fact there's not much I can do when my phone rings. Hello? Hi, I'm looking for John Rook. The school said I could reach him at this number? I'm John, speaking. It's Ichigo Yamazaki calling. Oh, hello, Miss Yamazaki. How are you doing this evening? Perfectly fine, thank you, but I think we need to have a conversation about what's been going on with the school's social networking service. The words hit me like a kick in the face. I can't respond, I'm just stunned. I immediately reached the obvious conclusion. She's talking about my eavesdropping. Oh shit, it's come back to get me. I start to panic, my heart is pounding. This is where it all goes to hell. My heart is racing so fast, so heavily, I almost worry that she can hear it on the other end. I try to stay calm. I try. Yeah, I can't. What would be a good time for me to come in? I work during the day, but I could come by Thursday morning if that's alright with you. Yeah, that's fine. Good, I'll see you then. Okay. Goodbye. She hangs up before I can say anything, not that I have anything to say. At least I have a few days to think about it. The school is not going to protect me here. If there's an angry parent, well, she is the one paying Akira's tuition, not me. I imagine they said to be discreet for a reason. I'm terrified, just absolutely terrified. Is there anything I can say to her that'll not end in disaster for me? Anything at all? The question keeps me up half of the night. Okay, so that is it for this episode. I'm still really kind of confused about the whole Shinigami thing, but the writing is still kind of killing my brain a little. But I am actually like a little enthusiastic about what's going on with Ichigo Yamazaki. I want to see what she has to say, and that's actually something where I'm a little annoyed that I have to cut it here. But I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, bye! So this is why we've decided to support Operation Supply Drop. Not only that, but we are going to be hosting a live stream on February 21st together, and all of the donations we receive will go straight to the charity.